morning, Malcolm.
Good morning, Tim.
It was wonderful coming up to see you with the Directors Forum the other week.
Thank you.
And we had a great time, and the weather was kind to us. We looked around the orchards, we saw the lorries, we saw the marquees. Tell me, it's a very diverse, it's a fabulously well-known family business. It goes back generations and it's diverse. Is diversity a good thing or a bad thing, do you think?
Well, Tim, Burgoynes is over 100 years old now, and diversity is a very good thing. Because ultimately, when areas of the business perhaps are more challenging than others, that they support each other.
So there are some years when transport is the number one in terms of revenue and profit generating, some years when agriculture, and some years when marquees. Is that the way it works?
Very much so, yeah. It keeps us fresh and it keeps us ahead of the game.
Excellent. And if you take, let's say, the marquees side, with a business that's been running for as long as you have, you've got this amazing reputation about the quality and the variety and the prestige events that you actually run. How do you differentiate yourself in the marketplace so consistently?
Service-led, Tim. You've got to really lead from the front. People are often stepping out of their comfort zones when they're organising events, so they need help, and that's where our skill set is. But it's quite often that first 5 seconds, 10 seconds, maybe 1 minute or 5 minutes, that's the really, really important bit to get right. People must feel at ease, they must feel welcomed, and if it's a function where there's a message to get across, it's very, very important for both the audience and the client to be able to transmit and receive. So all those areas we have a lot of experience of, and that's what we really enjoy, helping our customers get the best out of the investment they're making.
Okay, and so marquees is one big part of the business, and transport is another. We've got a little pallet track symbol on the table in front of us there. I see your Burgoynes lorries all over the country when I'm travelling around. Fuel prices are so volatile. How do you deal with volatility in fuel?
Our fuel bill is just over £750,000 a year. That's a huge amount of money. Operating in a rural area as we do, we're not blessed with major carriageways here. But equally, that's our strength, being an operator in a rural area. We have businesses around us, as we all know, which are very successful businesses, and they need goods hauling, and that's where we come into our own. Okay,
excellent. And when we were here, Andrew Burgoyne took us off to an orchard, and we saw these apples which make up the famous Capella fruit juice.
That's right.
My question really is, with these big brands, and I know you deal with blue chip companies on transport, on the marquee side, but on the agricultural side as well. How do you deal with these relationships?
Whether you're dealing with a blue chip company or Mr. and Mrs. Jones who have a very private function on, it is listening to those demands or needs of those customers. So blue chip companies, you have to first of all tick many boxes, which we do, and we have a very good reputation and a health and safety policy.
Okay. The Met Office have said that this year has been absolutely extraordinary weather. I mean, how have you dealt with extraordinary weather?
It's no more than a challenge, Tim, and it's a wet challenge this year, and it's led to marquee cancellations. It's led to crops not yielding what we would want them to yield. So, one way or another, that's the game we're in, and there are certain things that we can do to take into account those variations, fluctuations. It has been very, very hard the last couple of years. We are in unprecedented trading times. The immediate challenge really is bucking the recession, looking for yet again more innovations in a business which is fairly innovative in the first place. It's constantly readdressing what we do, constantly looking at training, and so the challenge very much is to address the detail so that one's stronger and fitter for when things get better.
Absolutely right. Great to hear you being so upbeat about things, and thank you very much indeed for your time.
No problem, Tim. Thank you for coming.